everybody, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Tina. Hi. Yes, we are going to be doing a craft item, and I'm going to show you what I'm attempting. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I have this little placard. It was a set of 3 that you would hang up for Easter. I cut them off and made like a little single thing. You can see the little handles I still have on the back. I will try to get those off eventually. Anyways, I'm wanting to make it into a lid for this little box I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm thinking it'll make a cute little lid, but it's just not quite big enough. So my idea is to glue some items onto the back, to make them long enough to make it into a lid. And so I already cut out the tongue depressors, popsicle sticks, whatever you call them. These are to go underneath the lid thing, the lid part, and these are to go on the sides of the lids. So these will be purple, these will be white. And so they might not be, because this is an off-white, so it might not match up perfectly, but that's fine. So I'm going to bring you on down so we can start the painting. So come on down. Trying to get you down. Come on, come on. There you go. Yeah, you can see the the stuff that we were doing earlier. Anyway, so we're going to paint these white. And of course we'll have to let them dry. But I'm going to dry off my paintbrush. I like to use this little brush for everything. Don't ask me why. I like to use it for everything, even though I could probably use a bigger paintbrush to do this. This is interior paint that I'm using to paint this. It probably need a few coats. It's black. It's still on this brush. Let me wipe it off a little bit more. There's still black in it. Well, I hope I got most of it. If not, it'll just take a few more coats to get that covered up. But yeah, we're gonna paint this white, and it's probably not gonna match the lid for it, but that's fine. It'll match it better than leaving it brown. Yeah, it will. Just gotta be careful not to get it on my clothes, because they're brand new. This is the first time I've worn this shirt, so let's try not to get paint on it. There. I think the little paintbrush just does better coverage. That is why I like to use a small paintbrush. Unless I'm painting something big, like a shelf. Then I go upgrade. Then I upgrade to a bigger paintbrush. I might do this in like part 1, part 2. That way I'm not having to do it all the editing at once. I can just post what I've finished, and then you can come back and do the part 2 with me when we do the second coat. I probably only film the first coat, but then come back to it when I'm ready to put it on the bunny's head, so that it's big enough for the box to have sides. To make a little trinket box. Maybe I'll put some glitter on it to do something. Maybe. Yeah, I want to get at least one of these videos edited so I can post it. Since I hadn't posted anything in a while. It looks like I'm starting to get some of that black on there. That's fine, that's fine. It'll eventually get painted over. It's not that difficult to cover it up. Not that difficult. Yeah, I bought the little tiny paint can of the interior, and that white has lasted me a while. Yeah, it has. And I've used it a lot for my crafts. Most of the time I like to put like a primer on when I'm painting so it shows up better. There. They're not perfect, but they don't have to be. No, they don't. And that is not what I meant to do. You didn't see me do that. I meant to put it in the cup to rinse it off. And instead I just shoved it into the paint. Yeah. Die, Tina. Pardon me. Look, oh, there it is. I was looking for the lid to the white paint. Anyways, it's fine. That's why I have my little trusty towels full to wipe it off. Okay. That's good. There's a little bit of white on me. That's fine. Okay, these here are going to be painted purple to match this lining here. It's going to be purple all the way down. So it's going to be purple on these as well. Wisteria. That's this color. You know me and my purple. I love my purple. I think I'm going to paint on white first, because I think it'll be easier to get the color to pop if I paint it white first. I think I'll need more coats if I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a layer of white on. It doesn't have to be perfect like these ones have to be, because these ones will show. But eventually I'll just paint over this with the purple. So I'm just going to put just one coat of white on it. Yep. Just one coat. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you can use a bigger paintbrush now. You're used to painting something bigger. I like my little paintbrush. I don't know why. I just do. I don't like it when I have to use a bigger paintbrush on my craft items. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, it's not going to take long at all just to put one coat on. It's not going to take long at all. Yeah, I hate it when the bristles from the brush get in the paint and get stuck. I've used this paintbrush so much, I'm not surprised that the bristles start to fall off it. I've used it a lot. I just need to do this little section here down at the bottom. There. That's good enough. Next, and then we can paint it purple. Once we get them all done and let them dry. They don't take long to dry, but I like to give them time to make sure they're dry completely. So I'll probably wait till tomorrow to do more painting. Do part 2. But you never know, I might change my mind and decide to just put it all together into one video. I guess it'll depend on how long the videos are. And then I'll do like a condensed version to put on the shorts. So if you want to just see a quick version under 5 minutes, you can look at the short version of it on shorts. Now that I know how to do it, you have to make sure they're a certain length or they won't show up there. Duh, Tina. I think that they used to be like 3 minutes, but they took it up to 5, I think. Or am I thinking of TikTok? I can't remember. I don't remember. It might only be 3 minutes they allow. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that one's done. I got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Yeah, for the long video, I'll show it, but for the shorts, it'll all get cut out. Or sped up, one of the two. Yeah, it's got those bristles getting stuck in there. Might be time to retire this brush and get a new one. It came in a set. And I have used the other ones that came with it, but not as often as I use this one. See the bristles coming off it? I don't know if you can see it in this light, but I can see it. Trying to just knock them off the brush. I've had to cut the bristles a couple times. There, 1 more to go. Dip the paint. Okay, good enough. Good enough. This time I make sure I put it in the cup. You see, these are already dry. This one kinda. That one I'm not even gonna attempt to touch it. I'm gonna attempt to touch it. Because I like to touch stuff. Yeah, even these ones are dry from my other video. But I'm going to wait until tomorrow to do anything about that. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna bring you up. So, yeah, we'll get back to painting these tomorrow. It is late. I don't even know what time it is because my phone is right there in front of me. But yeah, we'll be back to work some more on these at a later date. Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is part 2 of the little trinket box we're working on now. Off camera, well, we started painting these on camera, and these are going to be the size to our little lid. But I went ahead and finished painting all of them. They needed like 2-3 coats to cover them up, and then I went and put in the glitter. I did all that off camera because I figured you don't want to watch me painting over and over. You know, I told you I was thinking on doing a part 2, but I was like, they don't want to see me painting. They saw me start painting, so now we're going to get to the construction. Yes, the construction of the lid. I did paint the back of it purple. So this is what we're going to do. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just attempting this. So I'm going to bring you on down so you can see what I'm doing. Just gonna kind of trying to seize. Okay. So this is the box, and I did finish painting it. And I might go ahead and put glitter on it. I think I will because I did do the lid with the glitter. The only thing I didn't put glitter on was this part. Or the back. I didn't do that. So, and as you can see, when I put this as a lid, it doesn't quite go to the edges. And so that's where these things come in. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And of course, we're not going to be able to do anything with this, so we'll have to stop, let the glue dry, and then come back. And so this is the plan. And I'm hoping it's a good plan. I got my trusty E6000. Yes, making bubbles, and that's fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down quickly. So I have the big ones here, and what I'm planning on doing is just putting it to the side to cover up all those jagged edges. Just like so. And I'm making a mess over here. Then I'm going to do the same with this side. So I have these short, or long ones rather. Just making sure it's going all the way to the side to cover up those edges. And yes, I did the glitter on both sides. Now I just need to make sure this fits in there. So, yeah, that one fits. Yep, and that one fits. I need to turn my computer back on so I can see the time. Because I have to keep track of the time. Because Josie will be coming home soon. So we're going to put some glue here. And I'm only doing the end because it needs to be the same height. That is only reason. Okay. And kind of push that, making sure it's lined up. And then we just got one more to do, and then we're going to have to wait for the glue to dry. Now I'm surprised this E6000 has white paint, or not paint, but I'm surprised it's white glue. Usually it's clear. I'm hoping that it will dry clear. Yes, I do. Now my alarm's going off on here. Okay, I'm just going to dismiss that. Just making sure you're still filming. So come on down so we can work some more on this. Well, we can't do much more. Now we gotta wait for this glue to dry. And I'm just kind of wiping off this excess. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for that to dry, and then we can move on to the next step of creating the lid. Yeah, so I'm just going to move this back here carefully. And like I said, we'll be back when the glue is dried and we can finish the lid. Bye. Hello, yeah, we are back, and hopefully this is going to be the final part of making the little trinket box out of one of the Easter decorations that we got from... Well, here, let me show you, because I did put it up. Over here, you can see it over here hanging on my windowsill. That's where the bunny came from. That's what it looked like before I cut it off. Yeah, we can see Josie out there. She's out there watching TV. So, hold on a second. Yeah, I told you I was going to cut these into little bite-sized pieces so I can, not throw it away. It was a little bit bigger of a bite than I needed. And it's really dry. And my throat's really dry right now, so I don't dare swallow it, but just having it, the sugar in my mouth has, made the gag and reflex, you know the word I'm trying to, subside. That's the word. Anyways, while I was off camera, I went ahead and put the glitter on the side. I'll probably put it on the bottom off camera, but I wanted to at least get this craft done. And so, yep, I did the glitter on here. I did the glitter on the bottom of this. And so I'm hoping this is going to work. Now we're going to glue the sides onto the edges of this top that I had made. And no, it's not even on the front, but that's fine. It is homemade, so you know, what do you expect? So now we're going to glue the sides on. Hopefully it's going to fit as a lid on this thing. I'm hoping I didn't make any mistakes. So I got the 4 sides here that I painted and I glittered, and it's got some garbage stuck to it. Yep, they're all glittered on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and bring Ann down. We're going to glue these to the side of this box, and then I'll have to wait for it to dry. And then we will have the final part where we see if it fits the box. So let me bring you down. I got my E6000. I am ready to finish this Trinket box. Yes, so we're going to carefully glue the sides onto this lid. So it might have to do one section at a time so it's, you know, it stays. Bring it up just a little bit because I'm probably going to be holding it close to myself. I want to make sure it has plenty of glue to hold that side in place. Okay. So I probably have to do each side separately. Turn it around a little bit so I can see what I'm doing, because I want it to be on there perfectly. So I have to let this side dry and then go do the other sides. I'll do that off camera so that you're not having to, you know, watch me hold this in place as I glue it in place. So yeah, pray for me. Well, it's holding kind of well, so maybe I can go ahead and do another side. I'm going to try and do another side. And so we're going to go ahead and start on this side carefully. Probably should put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, I got a mess. Oh well. I'll wipe it up before it dries. Yeah, I'm surprised that one side is sticking on there without falling off. Oh, I almost forgot. Get over there. I forgot to glue this section here. Yeah, I'm using a lot of glue. I want to make sure it sticks. I want to make sure. Yeah, so making sure it's on the edge. Wiping off this extra. And I think I'm going to have to at least let this section dry. I might have to go in and put the glue on the edges. There. Yeah, it's got excess glue. It does have excess glue on here. I'm just going to try to wipe it off carefully. There we go. And because of the board, this board on top, I can't like push it down like this away to hold it. So I got to do it like this. Carefully. It'll be a really cute trinket box if this works. I know it's doable, but we'll see if I made it right. We'll see if I actually did something right for a change. But I'm going to let these two sections dry. before I glue on any more sides. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to put it down, because I think I fear if I put it down like this, it will move downward, which I don't want. I want it to stay at the very edge. Yeah, when it dries, I'll put like a little bit of glue here to make sure they hold together. And that is fine. Oops. Let me keep that out. Okay. So yeah, I'll be back when this is dry and I'm able to glue on the other two sides. And then we'll see if it fits my box. We'll see if I did good or if I failed again. So, yep, we'll be back. We will be back. Hi everybody, yep, we are back, and my little niblets here. I wanted to put an ending on the Easter trinket box, because I like to get that posted before Easter. Anyways, so we've finished putting the sides on our lid. And it has like some little sections here where they didn't quite. Yeah, and that was all on me. I could have made it better. But this was my first attempt, and on off camera, I still need to do the bottom. But I did put the glitter on the sides and on the lid. And I didn't put any on the actual, bunny, because it already has glitter on it. And, you can use any kind of cover for these things. And of course, I just glued the sections around it. And I think it turned out really cute, with it being around like that. But the main question is, will this work? Now, my honey, he put a little mark to show which way it's supposed to go, because he did try it and it did work. I'm going to have to go in and just do some touch-ups where the glue is. I think I forgot to actually paint this one on the end, which is fine. But let's put the lid on. Ta-da! Yep, the lid fit it perfectly. This would make like a cute little Easter gift. Or just make it for yourself, I thought it turned out so cute. Yeah. Little lid. Of course, you don't have to paint the inside a different color. I mainly started painting that to go with my little shelf that I showed you in one of my other videos. But yeah, I think it turned out real cute. So yeah, I'm keeping that. I already bought a gift for my mommy. So that is going to stay with me. But yep, we finally did that. So thanks so much for watching. And right here, smack dab in the middle of my video, you'll see my face. You can click on it. Click on it if you would like to subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe. I already said that. Don't forget to share my video if you enjoyed it. Like it if you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. So again, thank you so much. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.